Till I saw her Instagram, she changed her hair color to brunette, and her eyes dark brown, and she looks like shit. Never felt better before, to be honest. Bro, isn't it the best feeling in the world? You're like, yeah, I fucking won, bro. I fucking won. I dodged a bullet. That's fucking great. Mid lane coaching couch. The mid lane coaching couch. At 16, she had drinking problems. I said, nah, bro. Holy shit, man. Can I not follow my own channel? Would that make sense? Hmm. Well, I know I'm subbed to myself. How would I be able to sub to myself, but not be able to follow myself? Following what I'm saying? Oh, hang on. Dayton. Hello? Oh my god. Super cool with the shades. Okay. Let's get this rolling. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Testing? Testing? Testing?
Yep.
Testing? 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 Testing?
You
Okay.
good, dude?
Okay. Alright, guess we're good.
Uh, wait. So now,
There should be a little button with like either three dots or a plus symbol right in between the turn
yeah.
off microphone and end call button. And when you pop that up, there should be an option that says share screen. Ah, we got it. Ah, it's a fucking scam. Look at the fucking resolution quality. This is gorgeous. Oh my god. A fucking scam.
All right. So it's a game that I won,
Okay,
by the way.
that's fine.
I just like I feel like I should have won so much harder. All right. So in the lobby, the pre-lobby,
Mm-hmm.
you want me to just go ahead and press play?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
All right. In the pre-lobby for that game, like as you can see, I'm playing Darius mid. Uh, because I was gonna play Yasuo.
No, that's
And he
fine. I
took
mean,
my Yasuo, so I got mad, and I was like, fine, dickhead, I'm gonna play Darius.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you watched my Darius video
Yeah,
of the mid lane for the Diamond 3
I
one.
watched it like after,
Yeah.
because I watched the other one before I played that game, and I watched the next one after. I was like, I just did this.
Yep. Yep. Well, from the other side though. You were blue side, or you were
Yeah.
red side. Sorry. Why are we not running Ghost, by the way? Why do we have Ignite?
Uh, because I honestly forgot that I had Ignite, because I had Ignite set for Yasuo.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you can just hit the X on that Skype window and it'll cancel it out. Yep. And then we're still on call. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can
So
hear
go to your avatar. No, your avatar on screen. Double click him, or it will move the camera automatically.
you. Yeah, I locked it on him.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I fucked it
Okay.
up.
Can you show screen or show items? So on the left-hand side, okay, yeah. Under the fog of war button, there's an
Okay.
interface. Yep. Turn on the scoreboard. Disable blue team frames. Yep. Okay. That's good.
All right.
And then when I ask you to, hitting X, I believe will show how much gold you have. Yep. Okay. For now, just leave it on items. Okay. So we start shield pot. That's fine. I mean,
You want me to turn this HUD down?
the what?
This right here.
No, no, I want it there.
Okay, I'll say it's fucking huge.
Well, I mean, since we're playing on top side, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's still viable.
All
Okay.
right.
Mm,
See, if Yasuo hits all his Qs, he actually could beat me level 1, but I doubt it because I have Ignite. But I also didn't want to risk it, like fully committing level 1.
well, you're also fighting him in his wave, so you're inherently going to take more damage. Although he did start shield, and or he did start blade, and you started shield. So I'd like to see you kill the minions as they are approaching a lower health value. See how you're like autoing them at the max health value they have,
Yeah,
as to auto like to execute them. If you kill them closer to when, like right there with a sliver of health, like obviously you weren't close enough that time, but if you kill them with a sliver of health as opposed to like 20 or
yeah.
like 50 health, you know what I'm saying? Then it
And build the
actually,
creep wave.
yeah, it will build the creep wave significantly more, and you're still rush level 2 because you can zone him off with Q. Okay, no, a little poor. I would like to see you do that when he's forced to go for the minion. If you're gonna throw Q in lane, make him have a choice. Okay, so like right now would be appropriate to throw Q, because
Yeah,
he was forced to choose between taking the damage from Q and getting those two creeps. So either he's going to eventually become such gold deficit in lane from you bullying him off with Q that you're just gonna be able to straight up 1v1 him, um, like secondary to any jungler intervention, or he's
yeah,
going to eat so many Qs that you're going to 1v1 him secondary to any jungler intervention. Like the only way that this matchup should be won with jungler intervention is with jungler intervention. So
yeah,
you're not efficiently utilizing your mana, and so it's instead of zoning him off and forcing him to take bad trades, he's able to like that definitely should be queued, but you aren't prepping for it. Like you're trying to do it,
yeah,
but you're not getting yourself in position first. And he'll actually out-sustain you in this lane. It's the only reason why Yasuo would ever beat a Darius is if the Darius fucked up and didn't manage his mana pool right. That
yeah,
creep was actually really important that you didn't kill. That caster. I know you were like super schizo because it was low, but I want you to just that when that happens, none of your creeps were targeting it, and it was actually pushing the wave into your tower, and you were able to just actually stand in front of the minions because you still have enough mana given the cost of your Q that you could effectively like zone him off of the wave. But given the way that you executed like killing that caster, it actually mitigated your ability to freeze it close to your tower. Because not only does it make it easier for you to zone him, but it makes him super susceptible to ganks. Like I mean,
mhm,
Darius is like okay because you have Q heal, right?
yeah,
Yasuo's only escape is Flash and Tornado.
yeah.
So like here he doesn't have to do this, and you're just fucking submitting Caddy for this. No man. Super BM. Good damage
I mean, I
calculation though.
went for it because I knew I could just walk him back with phase rush,
Yeah.
and I had Ignite. He was gonna die.
It's so super variable though. Like he doesn't have to do that. Like he has
Yeah,
options there. You're playing around something that someone doesn't have to do, and so this is where like the frustration of low elo comes in when you start to climb into plat and higher MMRs. If you continue to have this mindset, then you won't be able to capitalize on your own ability to play based off the fact that you're giving players options. If you give them options, they will take the more favorable one in higher elo.
gotcha.
This one didn't. Oh my god, you can't see. Fuck me.
What?
Nah, like half the coaching session's wasted now. It's whatever.
Can't see what?
No, I didn't switch the screen. It's on me. Whatever. Uh, it's okay. It's alright.
Uh,
So like this is better because now you're actually queuing. Not only do you have the level 6 resident, he's a complete idiot, but you're queuing. Oh my
I
god.
did that.
Oh my
Yeah, I did
god.
that.
Okay.
I still get him, but I shouldn't have.
I still think we should have taken Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have,
Yeah.
but I just took the thing I had for Yasuo. I didn't think about changing summoner spells. I barely got my room page in before the game started.
You do have phase though. I mean that's important. Okay, back. How much gold do we have? That's enough for components for Phage.
Mhm.
That ward is really shitty. That is the borderline most lazy ward I have ever seen. The river ward is always going to be superior to this ward. Like the bush that's actually in the river. Okay, back up 15 seconds. Okay, look at top. Okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't have
Yeah,
tried this.
not with top's tower, not with him being pressed center tower, because now you're forcing Jax to take disadvantageous positions. He's literally like leaving 20 CS. Maybe not 20. That's a little bit hyperbolish, but he's literally leaving like 15 CS. So
And he
that, yeah,
dies.
he dies. Scion gets out, gets the triumph, so he doesn't, die from bleed damage. Like it's just it's fine. Like if this is a super losing matchup and top lane requires that you walk in every so often to be able
Yeah.
to escort the lane, then this is fine. But I mean, Jax into Scion isn't like super fucking impressive. Jax has play potential.
Yeah. You got a double kill earlier. Huh? Oh no, he executed twice. No,
Okay.
did you see what he did? When the game started, did you see what the Scion did?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
you.
no. What happened?
The Scion, he started like running up towards our inhibitor, like level 1, and he cleared like 2 waves
Damn. Nice.
because like of his little death thing.
Yeah, it's intense.
And I was like, I guess that's a strat.
Yep, just freezing the wave.
Yeah.
No, a little too early. Yep. No, you don't have to be too scared of this. Your positioning in lane is fine.
I I was like, if y'all if they commit to diving me, I think they could probably kill me, but one of them would probably die.
Yeah, your movements here are actually really bad. The angles that you take are they're not facilitating towards actually gaining a good base as a player. It's like
Oh,
you're just really lazily clicking. Like when you see skill shots, when opportunities aren't present, you're just like whatever, like nonchalant. Like look how long your movements are. No, this is mostly fine because as much pressure as this is putting on mid, not only is Warwick reciprocating, which is great, but top
I
lane is also like
yeah.
just farming it out and pressing top. So I mean, the pressure is equal. I mean, not only do you draw 3 mid, but
I honestly in this game thought Master Yi was on my team, so I was not worried when I saw him
oh
on the ward. I
Jesus
was like,
Christ.
oh, we're fine, and I was like, oh no, that's not my Master Yi.
Yeah. Okay. Spatial awareness. Got it. Check. Okay, we have phase components. Almost 70 CS at 9 minutes. Huh, it's okay. Wait, where are we at 61? Oh, 67. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I
Wait,
mean,
why'd the scoreboard go away?
yeah, I don't know. And in solo queue, my target is at least 70 in 10 minutes. That's really low. There's just some pretty low standards, but
Mm-hmm. About 70.
yeah, yeah, I mean thereabouts. I wouldn't recommend rushing it to get 70 in 10 minutes and submit lane position, but you get the point.
Yeah. So you think what I'm doing here is right?
Mm-hmm. Well, not well. Yeah, this part's fine too. You're thinning out the wave.
Yeah, I don't want the cannon to tank too much.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Like I watched like when I was climbing out of bronze and silver. I played a lot of Garen. I upgraded directly from Garen to Darius because I feel like Darius is like essentially the same, but he has mechanics and outplay potential. Garen does not.
He's just a better solo queue champion in my opinion.
Like Garen, I think is like extremely good, especially in low elo, to just like climb really well with. But like he's just a goddamn boring.
Yeah.
but I watched a lot of videos on how to control wave management in the top lane,
Okay,
and Garen's like the best one to do it.
this is true. Go back. This ward. Well, you don't have to go
Go
back.
back.
You don't have to go back, I guess. This ward is trash. All right, I want you to, if you're doing this ever, the places to ward are right where the river meets the jungle entrance, right in
Right
between.
here.
Yeah, that way you can see top, bottom. I mean, realistically, first of all, this ward's on the wrong side of the map. All right, Master Yi isn't over here. Secondly, even if it's on the right side of the map, by the time that this ward sees anything, you're already dead. Like, you're literally, I'm not saying, like, super fucking, um, trying to oppress you, with your ward coverage, but if you're going to have tools in your kit, you might as well utilize them correctly. This isn't a big thing here, but it's a huge thing for climbing, and it's something that you really, it's something that will really hold you back from progressing until you get it right.
Okay.
Because I mean, at this point, given how Scion's been ganking you and you've been susceptible to the Yi, not only that, but you forgot that he was on the enemy team. I really don't think you're utilizing wards at all. I think you're just placing them for the fuck's sake of placing them. Um, I don't
Yeah.
think you have any idea where the jungler is. I don't think you have really a clue of how to track. That was interesting. And I'm just being completely honest here. I'm not trying to like
Yeah.
flame you or anything.
It's okay. Like I've had like one of my friends watch when he plays with me. He's like higher elo than me. He's plat, but
Oh,
yeah, like I appreciate constructive criticism.
okay. It's your and even in top lane, this mechanic, whatever, positioning still applies. Like how you position a lane. See how you're positioned in the bottom half of the lane right now? If you were to cut mid lane in half, all right, long ways like a hot dog,
Yeah.
right? Then you're positioned on the bottom half, which is where Yi is right now. Where was Yi last seen?
Yeah, bot side.
He was last seen top side because you
Wait.
fought him with Jax.
I would say he's just bot side. I mean, yeah.
Well, he's bot side now. We know that because he was on top side in the Wraith fight with you and Scion, right?
Yeah.
So when a jungler clears one side, then they switch over and they clear another side. All right. So Yi got finished clearing top. He fought for your Wraiths, and he and Scion lost. They didn't have the priority for it, so why they lost mostly. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. This situation, you would just submit to it. This isn't worth saving. It's not even worth standing here.
Yeah.
I mean,
just gonna walk away.
I better Yasuo would just ult you and then you would
He
die.
would kill me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, submit this start too. If your team doesn't roam, then this is one of the fallbacks of playing Darius, but you have no wave clear, really. That was okay. The angle is still bad. With your angles, they're just really bad. I don't know why we're targeting the Pike here. That has like
Because I
Tom
had 5 stacks on him.
Tom Kench potential. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you want to target the fucking damage deal. Like, get on the Tristana. You know?
Yeah.
Especially if she's standing still like that. I know you get tunnel visioned, but this is why supports and ADCs that duo don't win in bot lane. You get this mentality of like a low target, I'm gonna go, and the entire time you don't even realize your health is ticking away because the ADC is basically standing there like a turret, just dishing out DPS.
Yeah.
Okay, but as I was saying, your wave positioning, or your lane positioning in lane is actually atrocious. Every single time, you've either bounced back and forth between the top and the bottom hand side of the wave, the left and right hand side of the wave, top and bottom portion of the wave, however you want to phrase it, arbitrarily. Like, there's no pattern, there's no thought process to it. The inherent thought process behind lane positioning is you want to be on the opposite side of the lane from where the jungler is farming. That way, if they do decide to gank you, they have a statistically lower possibility of being able to kill you. And it's not only about you don't want to give them gold, you don't want to die so that you can continue to farm out items. I mean, Triforce is huge on mid Darius, and only in this situation, like against the Yasuo, would I recommend going mid Darius, but still, it's huge. Like, that is a power spike nonetheless. The champion inherently benefits from that power spike more than from other items. So you want to get to that point, and just because it worked this time, and you were able to steamroll the lane regardless of how you played in the lane this time, doesn't mean you can take that confirmation bias and into your next game and assume that it's going to continue to work. Because at some point, you will just die to a jungler like 8, 9, 10 times in a game, and you'll be like, oh, that was just a bad game. No. It wasn't just a bad game. It's just that all the bad habits that you've been having eventually accumulated into one game, and they all just steamrolled down on top of you, and you had zero statistical probability of winning that game because these little small bad habits just stack up.
Gotcha.
These basics are the only thing that separate, good players from great players. Is the pros just do basics so well. They automatically CS. They automatically position the right side of the lane. They never take unfavorable trades. They just all these they're all just basic concepts, and they just apply
Yeah.
them so well. Yeah, here we should back up so we don't really have the vision for this. Pike kind of fucks you. Champion super balanced. Don't know why we're playing with fire. We have
I didn't realize you was there yet, and then I saw him, and I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I figured I could 2v1 the Pike and Tristana, mainly because Pike would just let me get 5 stacks on him.
Okay, so tell me what's the difference between 2D winning the Tristana and the Pike and just keeping them in vision. Also, I don't think this interaction should have worked this way.
What?
The Yi with the knock up, I believe the pool should override it. I think it bugged.
Yeah, I was a little mad about that. I was like, I definitely pulled him there.
So, what's the difference between killing the Pike and the Tristana and just keeping the Pike and the Tristana there? Obviously, they're dead, but I mean, do you really have any benefit over it any other way?
Uh, Other than them dying?
Yeah, I mean,
Tristana's the biggest person on our team, so having her off the board would like open up,
right.
I don't know, a tower or something.
This is true, but if you just say stood still on bot lane, unless they just run at you and hang themselves, then what benefit do you have of killing them versus just keeping them on the map? If you can just draw both of them to bot lane and your team does things elsewhere, and you're just able to stand there because they know that you can 2v1 them and you know that you can 2v1 them, haven't you just effectively taken her off the board just as effectively as you would have if you killed her and Pike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why take the extra gamble? Instead of, risking and rolling the dice and saying, maybe there is somebody else here or not, just press the wave and just back off and keep it accordingly pressed as to how the rest of your lanes are pressed in your team.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know, it's like a mentality I have that either, if I'm not with my team, they're probably going to lose the fight.
Oh, this is NA mentality, and this is
Yeah.
just really stupid shit that we just constantly get beaten into a Spire server. They're like, oh, you didn't group, therefore we lost the lane. GG, we should group at 15 every time and get the enemy to surrender. It's like, these are not tactics that win games. These don't do anything. All these do is just take a remote statistical probability of potentially winning a fight that shouldn't have been won, or forcing something that the enemy wasn't expecting because they're low elo, and all the players in your team are like, oh, well, this worked once for me 15 games ago, now I have to do it every game for the rest of my life. It's just stupid confirmation bias that really just gets you nowhere. This is why people can stay in low elo for the rest of their lives, is because they see something that happens one time. The human mind is a pattern recognition tool, and it recognizes the pattern of like, oh, this worked once, so I'm going to do it again. And they just continue to do stupid, blatant shit, and they never get out. And they just stay there for the rest of their lives. And realistically, they could spend 1,000 years in silver and it wouldn't matter. So I don't want you to fall in that pit trap of thinking that just because your team is going to flame you, or just because something worked once, doesn't mean you should do it over and over again. You need to open your mind and examine your options. You don't have to engage in the Pike Tristana 1v2 in bot lane and potentially risk dying, because if they play it correctly, they will beat you a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Unless you're like fucking 10-0, right? Especially with Tristana being 8-2, she offers a significant enough of a threat at this point in the game where you should respect it.
That's why I built Tabbies for Yasuo, but now I'm rushing second Thornmail instead of Sterix for Tristana, and they're all AD.
Yeah, and I like the respect for the itemization, but I want to see you channel that same respect into the rest of your gameplay. So it's like building AD but playing defensively, or building defensively and playing offensively. You're literally doing the exact opposite. You're building defensively and you're playing as offensively as physically possible. If you just say sat bot and drew pressure for the rest of the game, and your team was allowed to make plays around the map, this
Yeah.
is something that's obviously variable. Like, they have 5 people at Baron. Okay, maybe I either shouldn't sit bot unless I'm going to get an inhibitor, or I should roam. If I'm going to get an inhibitor, then maybe it's worth sitting bot. But if not, then maybe I should roam with my team. Like, these are statistical variables that will change on a game to game basis. And I want you to be able to
Yeah.
analyze those and say, like, where's the turning point now? If I just sit bot and create pressure, as opposed to running down mid right now, what are you doing? Because all you're doing right now is, aside from the stupid fact that they didn't put anyone against you in mid lane, is you're feeding someone waves. Like,
Yeah.
regardless of how this fight turns out with you right now, none of this should be happening. You shouldn't be feeding mid lane wave after wave. Because realistically, how much pressure are you really creating on mid lane? Getting the tier 2 tower is nice because it breaks open the jungle, but wouldn't you get more value out of creating pressure on bottom that could potentially secure the inhibitor and as a consequence secure you Baron? Because bottom lane inhibitor is a prize. And the fact that it gives you Baron basically for free, in the sense that their team's either going to have to rotate or lose objectives, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just want you to, understand what I'm seeing and understand why it's inherently bad. Like, the plays are fine. I mean, you're killing people, you're running it down mid. Yasu, I'm sure, is, about to fucking hang himself. Like, this is great, but it's not accomplishing things to the most effective possible
Yeah.
outcome.
Like, yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, as in, like I'm not like I'm gonna win the game, but like that just like this game's meaningless because I'm not improving off this game.
And not only that, but it's also meaningless because you could lose the next 9 games doing this exact same thing. Just because
Yeah.
these players this game weren't able to capitalize on your failure to effectively utilize your lead doesn't mean that the next set of players aren't going to. And it sure
Yeah.
as shit doesn't mean that when you climb, when you get into high plat or low diamond and you get stuck for a billion years, because that's where people with bad habits go to get stuck, you will just stagnate forever. It doesn't mean that you'll be able to beat teams there either. Are there people with bad habits that are able to climb? Yeah, but those people are like Goshu, okay? I mean, they can just fucking 1v9 and they're mechanical gods. All right, if you were to
Yeah.
that point, you would already be there, and we wouldn't be doing this coaching session. Or maybe we would, but
Exactly.
you would just be or 20-0 right now instead of what 9-8.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so much easier to win games with no mechanics. I mean, literally, like, just brain dead split pushing, creating pressure, utilizing your lead to the best possible effective outcome. Like, this is so much better. You don't even have to take this trade right now. See what's happening in top lane? Jax is pushing. The whole team's rotating to you. You're running down tower like a monkey right now against like the strongest tank in the game. The odds of killing him before the team show up are like negligible. What if you
Yeah.
just
I entered there. I was so mad when I saw. I was like, I
yeah.
don't know why I tried to fight the Scion under tower.
Well, you crumble. Things aren't going your way. You got mid tower, but you got a super huge lead in mid lane. Right? This is what you have to understand about low elo individuals and high elo individuals. The less you crumble, the higher you will climb. If you can go without crumbling, and if you could just keep mental fortitude and like an untiltable mind, you will just climb into challenger. I mean, literally, you don't even have to have mechanics. Just literally a good attitude, showing up every game to try your best, and studying. With that type of attitude, you will climb to challenger. And that's all it takes. Is literally just like, oh, so what? I didn't get mid inhibitor. Okay, I'm gonna go bottom and I'm gonna apply pressure. I'm not gonna die. Low elo individuals like, fuck, I didn't get mid inhibitor. Okay, we're going bot. We're gonna split push. I'm gonna take the tower. All right, somebody's guarding the tower. Now what? I don't know. My entire plan just fell apart. Plan A fell apart. Plan B fell apart. Plan C. Run it down bot lane. Let's go, boys. I mean, there's no, there's no contingency. There's no like, okay, well, what options do I have? Instead of a logical thought process, they're just like this. They literally just crumble. The less you crumble, the less you just let the enemy see you sweat, the more games you win.
Yeah.
I
Is that
really,
your stream in the background?
it shouldn't be. No, I think that's,
I think that just might be on my computer, honestly.
not sure. Like a faint humming. I don't even think you should be here, given the given the position of your other lane's waves, like you see where top is, you see where bot is, you're really
Yeah.
overextended to be at their Wraith camp.
Yeah, I was
And not only that, but the proximity to your team, like in higher elos, you'll get punished for this really, really quickly, like much more quickly. And
yeah,
this in higher elos will lead to them doing Baron.
like the reason I like I've watched this replay myself, and I'm like, I I could have easily lost this game.
Oh yeah, and it's these enemy players, I guarantee, are also
Yeah, they were
crumbling.
just too bad
Yeah.
for me to lose.
But it's not only they were bad, but they're mentally crumbling. They're like, fuck, I mean, the Darius is just like mid, and we can't kill him, and no matter how much we try, because we're uncoordinated. I mean, they're just as crumbling as you are right now, and which is, not to be
I'm just
offensive.
fed.
It's why we're all in the same elo. I mean, it's literally the reason you're playing with these players, not because you're all mechanically the same, not because you all have the same amount of game knowledge, but at the end of the day, all it comes down to, oh my god, at the end
Oh
of the
yeah, we get murdered.
yeah. At the end of the day, all it comes down to is crumbling. And you guys as a team literally just did what you did earlier in bot lane to Sion. You literally were like, okay, well, it's not working out. Now what? I don't know. Fuck it. Plan C. We're just going to run at them. Like, great plan, guys. Y'all really did it. You're doing it.
Yeah, murdered.
You're doing it. That they took the Infernal. You can't do anything about that. And running after a team that now has more AD than they had before when you
Yeah.
were barely beating them isn't going to help.
That was just like the saltiness.
Yeah.
I got so mad they took that Infernal.
Just don't crumble. I mean, advantages come and go in the game. Your time to have an advantage will come. It's not right now, so just submit, or the advantage that they have will be larger, and your opportunity to have an advantage may not come at all. You can actually try to press against their advantage so hard that you forfeit your own later on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a Jax against a 3 auto attack comp, like, you have a Warwick against a 3 auto attack comp. You have a Darius against mainly melee comp. This is fine. Your time to shine will come. You just have to, you know,
Play it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not only like we'll play for late. It's just we're not gonna play in such a stupid fucking fashion that they're able to run it down our throats because we just want to int to them over and over again. Because you can say like, oh, I'm not inting, but I mean, when you're running down bot lane or you're running down top or you're running down wherever, yeah, I mean, this isn't very productive. I don't know why we're chasing this. What? Okay. This is actually exactly what Sion wants. I don't know. So when you split push, you have to inherently in this game like think about everything from their perspective as well. What would you want if you were Sion? Like obviously you would want the enemy team to chase you as much as possible because you want to draw 4-way. Now this is a really shitty way to do it because you went top instead of bot, which would make a lot more sense. But he still accomplished the objective the same way. And this as a split pusher is what you can do. You, if you played it right earlier, could have drawn 2 to your lane and done to them what Sion just did to you and your team. Literally run them around the map. This is why Singed is so effective. Especially
I
at lower
love
MMR.
Singed.
Especially at lower
He's so
MMR.
fun.
It's the same concept. I mean, it's literally the same concept, just applied in different ways. You are just going to divert their attention so hard that the enemy team won't be able... Yeah, do not let her thin the wave there. That the enemy team won't be able to reciprocate presence. You're going to have more people in more places because you are in one place. Just crunching the numbers game. Make 2 people come to you. This is the only reason why I recommend that top laners play Tryndamere and Singed. Well, Darius is for climbing. Like, you're just going to smash buttons just like this and win games that you don't deserve to win and get stuck in high gold, low plat for the rest of your life because you have really bad habits from getting away with murder because you play this very forgiving champion. Whereas if you play Tryndamere or Singed and you overextend, you're just fucking dead. Like, Tryndamere has R, that's great. Singed has R, that's great. But that will only get you so far. If you don't understand presence with Singed and Tryndamere and split pushing in general, you won't win. You'll just not die. So, I mean, that's why I recommend those champions for climbing, because they're very simplistic and they do inherently teach you a lot. But champions like Darius is just going to mash buttons and kill people. Which is why I recommend him for climbing. But not for improving.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got better at the game playing Garen than I did Darius.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to. You can't. I mean, you can just mash buttons, but I mean, you're not gonna run Ghost on Garen. You're not
No.
gonna run Phase Rush on Garen. You're not gonna be an auto attack an ADC late game 5 times and they die from fucking bleed damage. I mean, you.
Oh no, I ran Bruiser game. You auto attack ADC twice, they die.
Yeah. Super interactive, by the way.
Wait, what?
Super interactive, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I mean, I think I played mechanically well enough to win, just like not macro well enough to like actually close that game out without the vein
Okay, so I want to do an
or the
exercise
tax.
with you over auto attack animation canceling, and then we'll set up some scenarios on Rift Simulator, and I'll ask you what you would do in that situation. All right, so go to lobby, create a practice tool. Yep, yep. We're gonna do this a bit different. We need to work on your movements, but we also need to work in your auto attack animation cancel. So go to start game. It's fun. I typically run players through the gauntlet, which is what my coach put me through. Super effective. You'll benefit from it too. I don't know if you've seen it on my channel before. I do it a lot with people. But this is going to be more like just very specific based.
Oh, okay.
Top laners benefit from this more than anyone.
I feel like top lane and like I guess mid lane too are the best rules to climb. Like jungle fell off pretty hard.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Bot lane's just like don't play bot lane. I told my girlfriend that all the time. Like don't play. Like she's an MF main. I'm like why
MF
can't
is
I
great for
climb?
climbing. MF is great for climbing.
Yeah, but bot lane's not.
MF is though. MF is.
She always gets like mad because her support ends or they take her kills. I'm like, that's why I solo lane.
I still stand. I still stand by the fact that MF's a great champion to climb on in any role. Don't buy items. Don't level up. Just go mid. Turn off minion spawn. Turn off turn on tower invincible. Turn off the tower fire, and then turn off minion spawn. Just either teleport or run to mid lane. That's fine. You set up 3 dummies in a line, a straight line. 3 enemy dummies in a straight line. Doesn't matter which direction.
Oh, I need to.
It's easier
There
if you
we
just
go.
lock your camera. Yeah, yeah. Make them equidistant from one another. Yep. This is fun. Okay. Set one more in between these first 2. I want them closer. Right in between them. Yep. Okay. Now stand on one side of the opening in between the second and the first, and path between them. Yep. Okay. Now what I want you to do is stand on this side. Yep. Right on the end.
Wait,
Yep.
I
Close
can't
to
tell where this is.
That's right there. Right where you're at. Yep, yep. All right, so you're going to auto attack the minion, and you're going to weave in and out of the other ones. And every time that you get directly in between a set of dummies, you're going to auto attack the next one. Okay? Do you have your auto attack on?
Yeah.
Turn that off, please. Settings, game, auto attack. Oh my God! Turn off movement prediction. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I don't even mess with those.
Okay. All right, so you're going to auto attack, and then you're going to step around the right hand side and weave in between the first and the second one. And right when you're in between the first and the second one, I want you to auto attack the second one, and then do the same thing. Weave around the left hand side of the second one.
Gotcha.
You're just going to weave in and out. All right. Click closer. There you go. Yeah, see? You weave in and out right when you're in between them. That's when you want to auto. Yep. Yep. Only when you're in between. Only when you're in between.
Oh my god.
Yep,
This is
yep. This is the kind of stuff that will really fuck you in top lane. I saw you doing this a lot in the video, especially like when you went to auto attack the Yasuo to slow and you hit the fucking minion. These are the types of like micro movements that really make or break top laners if you can't path through small gaps. Yeah, this looks autistic. Oh my god.
It's so bad.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. Yeah, and just weave in and out. And if you want to make it super hard, you can just like make them in a circle and weave around in a figure eight within a circle. I mean, that's like the super fucking advanced version of this, but yep. Never attack the same one more than once in the same rotation. Literally only attack the next one when you're in between them.
Oh.
It's fine. Okay, yeah, yeah, just like that. Only when you're in between. You weren't in between. You have to be in between.
Fuck.
Rules, rules. Okay. I want you to practice this like every day for a few minutes, okay? Alright, have you seen me do the triangle one?
No.
Okay, well, go set all 4 dummies in a bush over there to where these will disappear. Because when you set another one, you can only have 4 maximum on a screen at the same time. So just set these off, yeah, and then just reset the ones in the middle. I think you actually, there's a button for clear target dummies. I'm retarded. It's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep. Just clear target dummies. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. It's a scam. Okay. Yep. Okay. Closer you put them, okay, triangle.
Oh.
Triangle around you. The closer you put them to you, the more difficult one half the exercise is going to be. And the further away you put them, the more difficult the other half is going to be. This is going to be really tough for one half of the exercise. Okay. So this is going to be really easy for the first half of the exercise, but very difficult for the second half because they're so close. Stand directly in the middle of them. Yep. And you're just going to auto attack from right to left, and don't let your auto attack go through. I want you to click from right to left, and then down, and then left, and then up. You can auto attack so quickly and change targets. So like auto attack left, up, down, left, up, down, left, up, down, left, up, down. Like so quickly that he actually doesn't auto attack, like animation cancel. Right? What are you using to auto attack?
What do you mean?
Are you using attack move?
What do you mean?
Are you using right click to auto attack?
Yeah, I'm just right clicking.
Okay, see how he didn't auto attack that one? Yeah. See how he didn't auto attack that one? Because you did it quick enough? I want you to do that every time. This is actually really easy right now because they're really close together. Which means that the second half of this exercise is going to be completely fucking brutal. Ah, there you go. That's what I always wanted to be growing up, Mom. The fucking helicopter. Okay. Okay. Yep. And then, yeah, go counterclockwise and then clockwise again. Yeah, nice. When you can do this consistently for like 2 straight minutes, then you're good. Okay. All right.
Wait, like never hit anything for 2 minutes?
Yep. I do this like every day. Every fucking day before I go into my games. Okay. This is discipline. All right. Now we're going to try the second half of the exercise, which is going to be really fucking hard because they're close together. All right. I want you to move by clicking in between the bottom left and then the top left and then the bottom right and then the bottom left in a circle. Okay, if you do this quick enough, your character will not move. Yep. Now click actually in between the dummies. Actually in between the dummies. This is where the fucking failsafe comes in, because if you fuck it up, you start auto-attacking the target. See, the close... Okay. Let's start with dummies a little further away. I don't think this is going to be possible right now. Clear the dummies and move them slightly further away from you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? The dummies are... I mean, I can do that, but starting out, it's almost... No, that's too far. Don't give yourself that much space. Jesus Christ. Get some training value out of this. Okay? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure. No, top left's a little fucked, but, you know. Sure. Okay. Why not? Okay.
Okay.
If you go set a dummy in the bush, the first one disappears. Just saying. Ah! It's a scam. Just clear them all. Just clear them all. Just clear them all. It's a scam. You got scammed. Alright, put them in a triangle around you. Yep. Okay. And then, yeah, one on top. Just equidistant, like this. Yeah, good. Alright, now stand right in the middle. And you're going to click top left, top right, bottom, top left, top right, bottom. Closer. Right in between them. Right in between them. No cheating. I want your clicks close to your avatar and very controlled. Yep. Unlock your camera. Unlock your camera. Unlock your camera. You need to click in between the top right one as well. There you go. Slow it first. Slow it first. Yep. And then we move faster. You're training your brain right now to not click on shit that you don't want to click on. Yep. Now go the other way. Yep. Everyone's autistic on one way, and then great on the other. Yep. Jesus Christ, we're eating through a straw.
Is it that bad?
It's pretty rough. It's pretty. It's that bad? It's like somebody got in a car wreck and their face is all fucked up and they don't know because they can't feel anything. And they look at you like, "Is it that bad?" Like, no, no, you're great, man. You're great.
God damn it.
Right in between them. Right in between them. There you go. There you go. Ah, it's getting a little smoother. Yep. Yep. You should move in a fashion that Darius actually doesn't move from this spot. He just spins in circles. That should be the goal. Okay. So for now, go in. Keep in mind the things that we said about exerting your pressure, okay? But this is your basis. You can't do anything if you can't control your mouse and where you go. Yeah, so continue to work on this. Like 5-10 minutes every day. It's not that fucking hard. That's less than a game. That's less than half a game. That's less than half of a half a game.
My goal in this one is to not hit minions.
Yep.
Not hit that.
Yep. And then this is a good distance to do both parts of the exercise. This is fair distance for both parts because you can auto attack cancel both parts. Well, if you were not an animal. It doesn't work if you're using attack move, by the way. Okay, that's fine. Yep. You only right click. Only right clicking. Good, 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 good. Yeah. It's more obvious at this distance, though, when you fuck up, because Darius will just start walking out of the circle, and he's like, nah, bro, you fucked up. Peace. Yeah. But this is the exercise that you do to, like, really, like, exacerbate your flaws. Like, holy shit, like, this is what I'm bad at, and improve on it. Because unlike solo queue, this isn't bias. This won't give you a confirmation bias. This is either you're right or you're fucking wrong. Not like you're wrong, but you were right this time. You know, even a blind squirrel's right twice a day. Same goes with this.
Oh, I went so long without hitting one.
Alright, so just practice this for 5-10 minutes a day. As for me, I put in as much input on a basic level that you need to go forth and practice right now as I feel that we are ready for. There are more advanced things that you definitely fucked up in that game, but nothing that's going to hold you back from progressing
Was it
from
like
this
mechanically bad?
I mean, no. Well, we're addressing mechanics right now. Mechanically, it was awful. I mean, but you're also playing Darius against Yasuo. I mean, there were several opportunities where you didn't kill that you could have, but I'm not focused on that. I'm just focused on, like, you're fucking up, and I want you to be able to control your mouse. This is like step 1 of, well, step 2 of League of Legends. Turn on monitor, control mouse, control keyboard, kill things. Like, you already fucked up. You're on step 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so just practice this 5-10 minutes every day. And as for me, that's, I think, all the coaching that we are going to benefit from today. Any more will just overload you with information and will actually lose value.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate it.
No, absolutely. Do you have any other questions of me?
I mean, how do you, like, I asked you yesterday, like, I love Triforce on Darius. I love the attack speed and I love, you know, the phage, obviously, but I love the attack speed and I love the damage. But if I'm not running Conqueror, Black Cleaver becomes a lot more viable than it would be if I was running Conqueror.
Especially in top lane where they take tanks and bruisers.
Yeah, so I'm like...
Mid lane against Yasuo, definitely Triforce because he's not going to build a tank and you just want to be able to melt him. Top lane against
but
bruisers.
Would you argue that there's, like, even if I'm ahead, there's reason to build Black Cleaver? Unless, like, obviously, like, full tanks anyway.
Yeah, so the inherent thought process behind, like, oh, you're behind, build defensive, but what if you get ahead and build defensive? Like, obviously, getting ahead and building offensive is to further exacerbate your lead, but there comes a line where you're building so offensive that you're actually negating any ability to stay alive.
So, like, me building Ninja Tappy first item.
Yeah, that's great. But I'm say it's, like, comparable to, like, a mid laner that's 20-0. Like, I play Victor. I'm 20-0. And they have Yasuo, Malphite, Ziggs, some other stupid all-in combination of champions that you can think of. You can insert X champion that dives enemy comp here, right? And I don't
Yeah.
build Azonias, it doesn't matter how many kills I have. If I'm full AP, then I'm just going to die, regardless of if I have 20 kills or not, unless I mechanically press buttons well enough that they can't kill me. But at that point,
Got you.
wouldn't it just be easier to build, you know, slightly healthier, like with a Rylai's and Azonias, and like it succeed anyways? I mean, are you seeing what I'm saying? Like pressing
Yeah.
buttons in a great combination is more easily facilitated in building in such a way that would facilitate you staying alive longer. If you can press buttons for longer, don't you statistically win more games?
Uh, I mean, yeah. Who's in my party?
Couldn't tell you. Might have to restart client. It's definitely bugged.
Yeah, that's weird. But like, yeah, like that game, I was just like, that game should have been like over like so much sooner. It should have been like ending so much sooner.
Yep, I agree. You got lucky. Your team carried you. You shouldn't have won that, to be completely honest.
I think Jax wound up coming back and being a very big thing on our team.
Yeah.
I think Vayne, like, I don't think Vayne carried. I think she, like, didn't feed. Like, she's kind of in the same boat I was. She didn't really do anything. Jax is the only one that really came back and had an impact.
Yep. The Tristan also threw like royally, but you know.
She's a classic Tristana
Yeah.
player. They always just want to jump in.
But I mean, we're not going to focus on that because those are variables that will change when you climb, and it's to focus on that's only setting you up for failure.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, unless there's any other questions, I'm going to get off here. I think we had a pretty good, like, constructive coaching session.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks,
Okay.
man.
Yeah. Absolutely. I hope to see you around, bro.
Yeah, you too.
Later.
Have a good one.
Oh, he was